fun little personal fact here. I actually used to race cars. Now, I never won because I can't run that fast, but I always tried. Hey folks, welcome to this holiday in history, the Boxing Day episode. And right up front, we want to go ahead and thank our patrons. Steve Stevens, Clayton Jaimes, the Hayes family, Patrick Freeman, and Mark Penn Griffin. We appreciate the support from you guys, and we appreciate the support from all of you through watching, liking, commenting, all that good stuff. But if you want to help out a little bit more, you can check out the link in the description to our Patreon. Anywho, let's go ahead and start off with... So, if you're one of our American fans, there's a pretty decent chance that you're wondering what the hell is Boxing Day. Well, first, it's not that kind of boxing, it's that kind of boxing. See, at least back to the Middle Ages, servants still had to servant on Christmas. So, they were given the next day off to spend with their families and were typically given Christmas boxes by their employer that would include gifts or money or leftover food, you know, that kind of stuff. And the servants would take the boxes home and share them with their families. The day after Christmas was also the day that many collection boxes at poorhouses, known as alms boxes, were opened and the contents distributed to the poor. This may or may not be attached to the fact that it's also St. Stephen's Day, Happy St. Stephen's Day, who was the first Christian martyr. He was stoned to death by the Pharisee for blasphemy. In some parts of the world, Boxing Day is almost like a second Christmas, but in others, it's more or less their version of Black Friday. It's known for huge sales, and it's the top shopping day of the year in the UK and many Commonwealth countries. Oh, and it's a bank holiday in some countries, so since it landed on Sunday this year, it will be celebrated on Monday. On December 26th in 887, Berengar I was elected King of Italy by the Lords of Lombardy and crowned with the Iron Crown. By the way, that band inside there is supposedly made from one of the nails that crucified Jesus. He reigned for 36 years before being deposed and murdered. In 1776, after famously crossing the Delaware River the night before, George Washington and the Continental Army defeated a garrison of Hessian soldiers at the Battle of Trenton. This was a huge win as it showed that these ragamuffin militiamen could defeat regular soldiers. It gave the Patriots a huge boost in morale and in recruitment as sign-ups for the Army increased significantly. In 1811, a fire at the Richmond Theater in Richmond, Virginia killed 72 people, including the governor of Virginia, George William Smith. That's a lot of deaths, but considering the audience was 598 people, it could have been a lot worse. In 1825, Russian supporters of Constantine to replace the recently passed Emperor Alexander I rather than Constantine's brother Nicholas I were defeated by government forces at the Decembrist revolt in St. Petersburg. So Constantine was the heir, but he turned down the offer, so his brother stepped up, but some people still wanted Constantine. Many of the Decembrists were arrested afterwards and were either hanged or exiled to Siberia. In 1862, the largest mass hanging in U.S. history took place in Mankato, Minnesota, where 38 Dakota men were hanged for their actions, primarily killing and or kidnapping settlers during Little Crow's War. They were originally going to hang 303, but President Lincoln would only approve of 39, and one guy got a reprieve. In 1919, the Boston Red Sox sold the contract for pitcher George Ruth to the New York Yankees for $100,000, which was to be paid in 4 annual payments of $25,000. This is seen as the beginning of the curse of the Bambino, seen as the Red Sox had won 3 World Series with Babe Ruth, but didn't win another one after 1918 until 2004. All the while, Babe Ruth went on to play on some of the best baseball teams of all time, winning 4 World Series with the Yankees in the 20s and 30s. And yes, Babe Ruth is possibly the greatest baseball player of all time as well. And that's just gonna about do it for this holiday, but we'll see you back here next week. Same squirrel time, same squirrel channel. Y'all be happy, y'all be healthy, and happy Boxing Day.